Yo guys, today we're going to watch a Arknight video about Reclamation algorithm. Critical contention, the hidden Arknights roguelike. Okay, I don't know what that means. And this is about RA. It's a obviously a game mode that most Arknights player probably wouldn't play, but one of my viewers, obviously my moderator, my mods, Virgon, loves RA. So yeah, let's finally watch this because I already complete Act 1 of the story. So yeah, I'm more what I call more free now. Like I don't have any urge to complete the story now. So yeah, let's watch this. I don't. It's probably going to explain how what the fuck reclamation algorithm works. So yeah, let's watch this.
This video is not about IS, nor is it about any of the temporary modes that have come and gone. Don't get me wrong, IS is fun, and everyone already knows that it's good, even if they don't personally enjoy it. I've sort of fallen off of it just because I've played so much of it at this point. We're talking about a different roguelike within Arknights. This mode is actually hidden within a different mode. Therefore, I wouldn't be surprised if you, or many others, don't even know it exists. As a casual, you might only encounter it if you're looking to get all the medals in the game. And if you're on the high-end side of Arknights, doing things like niche or D15 and IS, anything really challenging like that, most likely this is not what you expect into because it's a really hard mode just to get into. While you might be aware of the mode, chances are
I think it was a very hard mode, but no, it's a very hard mode to get into. Okay.
you haven't heard much people talk about it because, frankly speaking, not too many people play it. It is a very big time investment. Once you get into it, it does have its niceties. It's plenty enjoyable if that's just what you like to do.
So it's like the factories in Enfield, right? It just takes so much of your time and
If
investment.
you like adaptation and on-the-spot creativity, then IS is probably more your style. But if you're a fan of long-term planning, resource management, and figuring out the dumbest ways to stall bosses, let me introduce you to RACC.
RACC.
Now, let's get the basics out of the way. CC, not to be confused with contingency contract or crowd
What the fuck?
control or community center or content creator or cross country or concert choir or child crossing or create.
Yeah, I think just CC is very used a lot as a as a as a short form for a lot of things. Like generally, like sometimes I heard CC, I was thinking what crowd control, and then oh, it's content creator. Oh, okay, I know. Now I heard something else. CC or CC in Arknights. What that's supposed to mean? Content creator? No, it's contingency contract. Like generally, like so many things can be called CC.
Native Commons or Coffee Creamer or Credit Card or Cecilia or Black Knight or Black Knight or Blood Knight or Burger King is critical contentions within Reclamation algorithm, i.e. the button on the menu that turns everything red and scary. This mode is only available after you beat the entire story of RA, plus
Oh.
get your base level high enough. And as opposed to normal RA, where once you're done, you're basically done. Maybe just farm a few more materials because you feel like it, or catch a bunch of animals or whatever. RICC takes all of that and condenses it down to one simple
Who is this character? This character looks cool. Oh wait, I know her. What I'm talking about. Like I don't know her, but the art looks good here. Holy damn! I didn't like her design, but she actually looks good here.
objective.
I made it
Survive.
here.
As a
Survive.
regular player, you have maybe two reasons of playing this mode. One is the medal you get for beating day 6, and 2 is the resources you get for beating day 18. Though those rewards are pretty minimal, so you're probably
Those rewards is so easy to get. Not easy to get, but if the game mode is so hard just to get that reward, like at this point just farm.
just going for day 6 anyways. And if you take the mode as just that, it's kind of okay. You have a lot more raids. You will boot up the mode and find there are a lot of raids on day 1,
What
and you
the fuck,
get
is it
more
raids?
raids every 3 days. The
Huh?
raid bosses you encountered maybe once or twice in the regular mode show up as if they're just regular elites. But Other than the fact that most of what you're doing now is fighting raids, there are a few other, frankly,
What am I watching here? What is this? Huh?
negligible changes.
What am I? What the hell is this? What the heck?
All your units have minus 40% HP and minus 1 block,
Minus 40% HP and minus.
plus rice doesn't really grow anymore. If you played RA, this is monsoon season plus dry season, but every 3 days,
what?
another debuff hits you. In day 3,
That's an insane analogy. Well, about field crops, like what? Like what a way to make an analogy.
wild beasts have triple HP. Okay,
Why is this mod? What the fuck? I'm not ready for this mod.
you're not fighting
Like let's talk about normal RA, not RACC.
them that often. On day 6, resources have triple HP. Okay, you're not farming that often. If you're aiming for day 15, then enemies take less physical and arts while you take more elemental. But again, at that point, most people will just stop. There isn't any reason to go past day 15 unless you feel like it. If you do though, you are greeted to debuffs that start hurting a bit more. Lower deployment limit,
Ooh, increased elemental injury taken by 35. Well, I don't think that's that insane. As long as you have what call medic deploy. Oh my god.
lower DP
Nature DPJ 50%?
generation, double
Need the enemies gain 20% is right down.
redeployment
More deployment limit decrease?
time. It's
Wait, this is deployment limit. I thought it was just DP. No, this is different. I thought it just. Oh man, I thought that the DP cost increased. I mistaken. What the fuck? That's so unfair. Operator deployment is 100%. Wow.
kind of amusing
Why is this? Hell? What? Are we sure this is not the true endgame? What do you mean?
that the easiest debuff to deal with is boss enemies having 20% more HP attack and defense. Linebreaker has 700,000 HP times 2 for second phase, and somehow that extra 280,000 HP is not really a big deal anymore. That is because I've neglected to talk about the one debuff that's always getting worse. You see, at the start of the run, all enemies have plus 10% attack, defense, and HP. But they also gain an extra 1% for every day that passes. And on top of that, every 9 days, it goes up by an additional 10%. If you're just aiming for the medal, 16% is honestly negligible. You've had harder boosts in CM stages. And if you're going for 15, 35 seems like a lot, but again, it's really not much. Especially if you're playing RA to its best and actually using all your other materials, your food, your provisions. But what happens if you don't just play for the rewards? What happens if you decide to keep going into this frontier, not knowing where it leads? Well, as you'd expect, the number keeps going up, and enemies keep getting tankier. They keep hitting harder. The stalls get longer and longer, and you are powerless to fight against the ever-growing tide of numbers. Every mess up, every screw up is more resources you have to burn just to stay alive. And if you screw up enough, if you mess up enough, if they get to your base because you ran out of stone or water or food, it's all over.
This kind of scary. What the heck?
All over.
What do you mean? Like, dude, I don't think it's. Oh man, maybe I should watch a normal RA video before watching RACC. What do you mean about it? Like, I guess, like, I don't know much about RA, but but you need to farm water, and like, I wish he explains that before explaining other things.
And you might be thinking, yeah, that's not that bad. This video basically opened up claiming this mode is a roguelike, so yeah, you gotta restart in roguelikes, that's just normal. If you're doing high level RACC, there's basically one strat you're always following. Don't die. Yeah, it's a little odd to brush off all that tension I just built up, but at the end of the day, when all the enemies are one-shotting your operators, you're gonna learn strats to not get them killed. At some point, it's
Gnosis, Solar Freezing, Land Breaking, Biggie, Probable Ruin Ringer, Ponding Kondui, Ponding Coatings.
not just, oh, I need these operators, or I need to have these materials. It's also thinking about whether or not there's an event going on and you should probably be farming that instead of pushing RA days, or whether or not you have enough time in your break to do an act, or whether or not you should just wait to get an operator instead of trying to do a raid that's a little too hard.
Why this snake haunts me with, bro? Generally, why? This snake haunts me. Like, why it keeps appearing in any video I watch?
With your current setup, the interesting thing about roguelikes and Arknights is that if you don't have access to a key tool because you never got them on a banner, you could just wait for them to come back. Usually. There are a few quote-unquote mandatory
what's her name? Ella? Yeah, Ella.
operators in RACC, but nothing's stopping you from not playing the mode if you can't progress. Heck, even though there's worse things to do than lose an RACC, there's probably much better things you could be doing with your time as well.
That's what this video
to do than lose an RACC, there's probably much better things you could.
That's why we really took so long to be finished. I give you a hand, check what day I'm on. How do I check?
Be doing with your time as well. If you haven't picked up on it,
how do I check it? Where is the day? I cannot see it. Oh man. Is it here? No.
I'm not here to convince you to play RACC. I'm out here suffering so you don't have to.
Oh.
In fact, I'd bet that at the time of recording, there's only 3 people on the EN server who made it to day 470. That's when all the enemies have plus 1000%. Dr. Socrates, a prominent RA content creator, has a video on this talking about the RACC race to push the record. So if you're more interested in that topic, go check that out. Heck, don't even wait to finish this video, come back here. I'm putting the link right below. Go click that, go watch that, and then come back here. No. Oh wait, don't worry. I don't really talk about anything important anyways. I'm really just rambling here. In the meantime, happy AKNIGHTS.
Happy, huh? Have a AKNIGHTS?
In the meantime, happy AKNIGHTS.
Happy AKNIGHTS, huh?
Wait, AKNIGHTS? What have you got there? Oh.
The new stuff. CN spoilers, okay, sure. I don't know, when was this actually released? 10 months ago, so it's not spoilers. It's probably already appeared or something.
You might be thinking, isn't RA already over? Didn't they stop doing updates for it? And you'd be correct. See, while RA itself is not going to change, there is one factor of it that affects the whole thing. And that's operator releases. Someone like Vigil, for example, is often not really seen in the best light, often lacking in the damage, utility, and DP generation that other Vanguards have, leading to his perception on release being something along the lines of, Vigil is a setback to the entire... But in RACC...
That's insane. Vigil is a setback to the entire human race. Didn't Vigil said he is very good in RA? Yeah, I think so.
Where every operator gets one shot, Vigil's role is being able to take basically infinite damage while also having block lets Vigil stall bosses almost better than anyone else. I'd personally rank him second best, just under Chubai. But that's a little debatable because he does cost a lot of resources to use and batteries, but you guys aren't here for the specifics. And you can see this sort of evolution happening with other operators. I'll be honest, for example, has been a real blessing for the mode. Nymph is another good example, being one of the first ways to push back bosses that doesn't actually require push force. So even though she can get stopped by Chubai sometimes, being able to get a 6-way boss to walk backwards or in an
we're gonna have Nymphis. I can do this.
Spot is just really convenient. Ascalon too, fantastic operator, can slow whole raids down minus exploding spiders because they explode all over her. As time passes and more operators are released, there's inevitably going to be more operators that can do more unique things that help out an RA. One upcoming operator, or at least I hope is upcoming with how fast I'm making this video, is Ye, the
Yo.
6th sweet sibling, whose S2 lets him pull all enemies near him to him, which sets up for Weedy or for stalls or what other shenanigans you come up with.
That's a very good skill. What the fuck? No, why I never noticed? What?
And I brought up Eunectus at the beginning of the section not because she herself was any good. Being a stat 6, she's defined by her stats, and when all the enemies scale infinitely, of course she gets absolutely demolished. But she was the first operator, and at the time of writing, the only operator, to get a module specifically to Reclamation algorithm.
Oh, interesting. What? The first character that gets an R as a model for RA specifically? Interesting. I thought IS is the only one that has a specialized module. Damn, this opened my eyes.
While it's probably more useful in regular RA, given you can actually use her to attack things and block things and kill things, the module provides a very fantastic utility of getting all enemies to walk towards Eunectus whenever she uses skill. And
Oh, my
even though we
eyes!
have something similar already in Pushers and Nymph and Ye, as I just mentioned, having more options to fit more situations is very critical. In IS, you're limited to whatever you can pick up during your run. So for example, you start with Guard Vanguard, but you don't get any guard vouchers, then you're just not going to have guards. That Dagon you're relying on getting? Too bad, figure out what else you got with the 4 medics you have. RA is not like that. As long as you remember to
That's
not
a
use
relatable-
operators during the first
Now that I
act
play
of a
so
day,
much
then you need
IS.
them for the second, or you put them in logistics, or you send them off to get resources. Everyone who is in your actual Arknights account is available in RA. The only limitation being whoever you've built. Heck, even then, sometimes you don't need to build them. I've gotten away with an E1 Lapland and an E1 Praemonix because I need Lapland for her silence or I need Praemonix for the skill 1. Because one RACC run can last months, even though technically each day gets harder, it sometimes, oddly enough, gets easier with new operator releases. You get to see in real time your run update as you find a new strat that you can do with the new operator. It's kinda like finding a new weapon or item in an RPG. While the game may be harder because you're farther in it, it's also a bit easier because you have more options. And while it's somewhat by chance whether or not a new operator will help out in RACC, I don't think Bridget is going to change anything really. RA mods
Bridget's so
at
cute,
least
though.
have the promise of being beneficial in RA. So even though that doesn't guarantee anything for RACC, the chance is much higher. Because if it was not beneficial in RA, then why is it an RA mod?
I don't know.
After the updates stopped coming along, the only 2 times I've heard people be excited for RA was one when Eunectus mod came out and people started theorizing with it, seeing what they could do with it in regular RA. And on my own Twitch channel, because I'm basically always playing RACC, twitch.tv/Asadekai. So I can't wait to see what new mods do for operators that haven't really got a chance. I'm partial to Palace, of course.
Palace. It would be cool to see Palace actually. Like, does Palace has a RA model? Like, Palace got shit on a lot. But, like, but who knows how good she is in RA? Like, I genuinely don't know. Like, RA has just a different meta in terms of characters.
But probably the best argument for next RA mod I've heard is for Pepe, because she is in
Pepe.
RA in a way. Also, her kit already kinda helps in RA. If you use Hunter Bomb and a bit of attack speed on her, with S3 she can permastun and then eventually catch any wild beast she's attacking. But with what potential you can put into RA mods, I can imagine basically any operator being really powerful. So let's
sorry.
circle back to the beginning. With
Pepe's
all
so
this
cute.
talk of updates and new operators and new ways to
Oh
do
my
stuff,
god.
there's one thing that I have
What is that hell? Dude, just imagine. What you call a read alter skills. Bro, the lag, bro. Just imagine the lag.
to make clear about this mode.
Dude, I can see why Chen would be good there. Like, wow, like that. She will be so good with her dragon here. It will just devour. I don't know. I don't think it will kill it immediately. But if the setup is right, they can just kill it again, and you just need to delay them to stay here.
RACC is neither for beginners nor for the faint of heart. Not only do you need to know about everything in RA, you need to have a lot of operators built to
I can
get
see why Mosima is here, to be honest, because you know now her skill can actually be activated.
anywhere. While in the early days, it's a bit more free.
Franca.
Again, at 6 days, you have many options to do basically normal RA for a bit. If you start pushing records, you're going to more and more want those operators that ease up on your pains. At some point even, you're basically stopped unless you have the anti-Al Rafiq squad. This is why I brought up new operators earlier. There's always a chance that whatever stall you're doing gets majorly easier with something that comes out. Like imagine Pepe gets a bit of attack every
Dragonia. I just saw that. Oh man, Dragonia, the king of stalling.
time she does damage, stacking infinitely forever. It doesn't compare to KOB in terms of boss shredding, but it is another win condition for things like Hour and Beat, or for shortening your stalls or whatnot. And with that, I'd like to point out the magic in RACC. It is a mode that is brutal, unforgiving, and unrewarding, but there is a reward. While ISD15 is about beating impossible odds by finding the best course of action given limited resources, RACC is about taking everything you have course of action. While ISD15 is about beating
ISD 15, okay.
impossible odds by finding the best course of action given limited resources, RACC is about taking everything you have and everything you know and pushing it as far as you possibly can. Every single operator is on the table, so you need to know the intricacies of each and every one to use them to their best potential. As things become increasingly dire, you need to be
Is that Gnosis? I think so.
on point, but in turn you will learn about even the most minor things about some characters, to which you can always turn around and use in your regular gameplay to look really cool, like those niche night clears or whatnot. Well, yes, I'm not going to learn about every single operator. I can't see myself ever using Chiave in RACC, for example.
Chiave.
There
Why
is
Chiave,
still a
you
very
think?
real
Shit
and
on.
wonderful feeling about taking operators that you thought were good or maybe even great before,
Enforcer
and then
here?
really getting to pull them apart and learn all the intricacies. Is the mode tedious? Yes. In fact, it's only tedium. But that's kind of why I like it in the end. Arknights is a gacha game, and a lot of gachas nowadays lean into the gacha side of things. You grind currency to pull for characters, to grind for more currency to pull even more characters. But Arknights is one of the few that still leans into the game side of it. RACC is not a fun mode. Heck, it's not even that entertaining of a mode, but
Oh,
give it a
okay.
shot. I don't
Give it a shot.
expect
It's not
everyone to
entertaining,
like
but you
this
say
mode.
to give it a
Heck,
shot.
Very few people like RA as is. But if you want to get to know the systems a bit better, to learn more intricacies, to figure out what operators do, and push them as far as you can, give RACC a shot. Just remember to farm a lot of stone, lighting, ore, water, and blue seasoning before you do.
Well,
and also all the feral territory stuff, because you
that's
can't farm that
water?
once you get into
Okay,
the
I'm
mode.
going to farm
And
it.
if you end up liking RACC because of this video, or maybe the discussion that comes after, then by all means, start talking about it. Start letting people know that this is actually something worth trying to do. And maybe once we've all got runs long into the thousands, someone's gonna find that NPC that drove me down this hellhole to begin with, and maybe we'll get that one bug patched where AoEs have a hit limit.
Yeah, I lost fight because OP can actually promote stun whole week and see enough body. I'm currently roughly in the 70 phase again, got distracted with other things. The song, because well, that's insane. But I imagine the grunt is gonna be much slower than here or not. Well, I'm not gonna hear this. I think he's saying things that I don't know. But yeah, that's the video. Okay, interesting. We learned a lot about RACC, and some of them looks kinda. Oh my god. I don't even know if. But we're gonna love this. Oh man. I will try if I have the time. just imagine when I will try it actually. Oh man. Like, because I'm going to start a new game soon. Start playing another game soon because I think I'm satisfied with where I'm in Arknights right now, which is Act 1. I have finished all of Act 1, so I think I'm going to make a video in yeah, I'm going to make a video about talking about what game should I try next after Arknights. Um, but not here. Okay, so yeah, I think that's all from me. Great video from our from this. I think it was given by Virgon. Obviously, Virgon is the only one that plays RA, and he's trying to build a cult in my Discord for to bring more people to play RA, and he's willingly teaching people how to play RA. Interestingly enough, but yeah, interesting. So there is a module for RA. I didn't know that. And RA is going to get a way more better upgrade, right? In the next update. Like yeah, RA is going to get insane update for in the next in the C what you call in the CN one. And on in the anniversary. I don't know what anniversary it is for us, but in the Calcet Alta banner, we literally get an insane RA update. I don't know about RACC, but RA did get a big update. By I think it's RA. Yeah, I think it is RA. The Rhode Island shit where we build Rhode Island, I think. Or I think so. I don't know much. But yeah, I think that's all from me. Thank you for watching. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a subscribe and please share the play to see more of my content. And check out the Discord and join the Discord and give me more reactions that is suitable for me to react after I already complete at 1 minute. There will be more content I can react to now, I guess. I will assume so. But yeah, yeah, that's all from me. Peace out.